The main street in Basey is still being cleared by this digger and teams of residents working by hand. Cars, refrigerators, masonry, wood and other debris are piled up on both sides of the road. Basey is just 10 kilometers across the San Pedro Bay from Tacloban and was hit just as hard by the storm surge.
I was not expecting that there would be such a big like this, because we have a supervisor here, retired supervisor. He is 83 years old. He said this is the first time that we had this kind of very devastating typhoon.
The church has had its roof ripped off, and the gymnasium, currently serving as the town's centre of operations, has no walls and a pile of cars in the corner. Basey has only received enough aid for 2 kilos of rice and 1 can of meat per family from the central government.
Unang-una po wala nang communication, walang signal, walang matawagan, wala po lahat, kaya hindi kami makahingi ng tulong sa labas. At saka sa Tacloban po, hindi na madaanan dahil may nakabarang mga debris din dun sa may diit na area. So, kumbaga wala kaming mapuntahan. Wala kaming mahinga ng tulong. At saka sa simula, yung siguro pagkakaalam nila, Tacloban lang yung medyo malaking damage, kaya nahuling napansin na ang Basey ay.
The gym is also serving as a medical centre, with people queuing up to talk to volunteers who are doling out bandages and medicines from a trestle table. The list of the dead and missing has been posted on the side of a van. Manuel Orejola is the town's disaster planning chief. He was confident that his house could stand up to any storm, but he and his family were lucky to escape with their lives.
Usually with this typhoon, I don't leave the house because this house is well designed for a typhoon or any earthquake. So it's just a matter of 2 minutes, the water getting higher and higher, and it reaches to the second floor of my house. Our plan is, we had now already an exit, that the moment that we go to the key ceiling, we had a concrete beam, so we just have our foot on that beam. So we're just standing, and we were expecting that the water would not go that higher.
But many bodies washed up from the sea and are unrecognised or unrecognisable. 25 people have been buried in this mass grave about 5 kilometres out of town. Although 2 bodies, 1 man and 1 woman, are still lying on the ground, waiting for fresh graves to be dug. Although the town waterfront bore the brunt of the storm surge, villages further inland also saw significant damage. Crescencio Tinaco was evacuated to the local school for safety, on the advice of the authorities, but that hardly helped as the roof of the school was ripped off by the wind. He says the water rose well above the stilts on his hut to about chest height.
Makusog at hangin. How about yung ulan? Dire. Yung ulan makusog.
Crescencio and his family are now rebuilding their home and drying out their stuff. In this village, people are showing their resilience. On the side of the road, families are already drying rice on hessian or plastic sacks, just as they normally would at this time of year, and farmers are back in the fields tending those crops that survived. For some, however, returning to their previous existence isn't an option.
Yung talagang usapan ng mga tao doon, walang mayayari sa buhay namin doon lang. Nakikita po talaga yung bundok, wala na. Parang kalbo na talaga dahil sa bagyo.
Tom Griggs, Financial Times, Basey.